weeks after 9/11, I went to Korea, Russia, Japan, and China. And I was so touched by the fact that so many people walked up to us as a group on the streets of these countries and apologized to us for what happened in New York. Apologize to us. We are so sorry. And what I began to recognize is that we are far more alike than we are different. See, I was changed by that experience because I really began to recognize that my world wasn't extending far enough. My highest acceptance of myself must always filter through my lowest opinion of someone else. Senators, congressmen, Wall Street executives, CEO. If I'm going to lift me up, it behooves me to lift it all up. Otherwise, all I'm doing is extending that divide. See, but that's not the end of it. Then I must remember that when something happens to one of us, it happens to all of us. That is so critical. We're all in this together. The oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico is a perfect example of that right now. First we see it on Louisiana shores, then Alabama. Now it's 10 miles off the coast of Florida. One. See? And I have news for you. We don't have 4 different oceans. That's what I was taught in school. We didn't 5, depending on who was counting. We have one ocean. There is one ocean that goes by many names, depending on the region that it's flowing through. So we really are all in this together. So we recognize that this oil spill is not about the people down there. It's about all of us. On the last night of class, someone raised the question, how should we treat for the Gulf oil spill? And I was so proud of the people in my class. They raised their hand, and several people said, we treat for the Gulf oil spill just the way we would treat for anything else. Not by being angry or furious or frustrated or fearful or sarcastic about how idiotic the people are who are running it. We treat to know, as Dr. Ernest Holmes taught us, that a problem is a question posed for a solution. And I love that because it tells me that that problem is supposed to be solved. We treat to know that because supply always precedes the demand for it, it means that the problem came out of the answer that already exists. The answer had to already exist for us to even see the problem in the first place. Before they call, I will answer. So we treat to know that there is an answer. And we treat to know that perfect right action is moving through people, all the people that are in charge of this experience. And that the outcome is a win-win for all concerned. Because we're all in this together. See, but we're not going to see a positive outcome if we're busy viewing the people in charge as idiots, fools, imbeciles, jackasses, jerks, nincompoops, morons, dimwits, or incompetent people. How many times have you heard that this week? See, if that's what we're seeing, If that's what we're seeing when we look at this experience, then what has to follow is that the law has to show us what idiots, fools, imbeciles, jackasses, jerks, nincompoops, moron, dimwits, or incompetent people do. So here's the question. Are you part of the problem, or are you part of the solution? Now, the reason I ask you this is because of something that I say every time I stand up in class and every time I stand up here. Because we know something. We know that there is no necessity for the experiences that are going on in the Gulf. We know that there's no necessity for the experiences that go on in our lives that include the lack, the limitation, and the sickness and disease. We know something, but we have to act like we know something. We can't look at that and say, boy, those people, when are they ever going to learn? They're not doing anything. We cannot afford to do that. We're part of the 1,000 that Ernest Holmes called for, where he said, if I could get 1,000 people who understood this teaching, we could change the world. That's who we are. We know something. Duality is very subtle. And it's very simple to slide into it, so we have to be conscious. So this morning I want to close with another math problem for you. I want you to think of another number, any number. I want you to double it. I want you to add 2 to the number. I want you to divide it by 2. And whatever number you just started with, I want you to subtract it from the number that you have now. And the answer that you have right now is the answer that we have to all recognize when we are entertaining an idea of God, when we are entertaining an idea of our truth, when we are entertaining an idea about our world. 1, 1, 1. Let it be your way. Thank you for being here this morning, and so it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You are wonderful. You are wonderful.